I think I watched Indiana State and Iowa, Caitlin Clark play about the same last year, so I watched a lot of basketball. I watched them all the time.
Alright, basketball fans, prepare yourselves because the legend himself, Larry Bird, has just broken his silence on Caitlin Clark. That's right, the one and only Larry the Legend, a man who rarely comments on anyone, let alone players in the women's league, has come out with some serious praise for Caitlin. And when Larry Bird speaks, trust me, the entire basketball world listens. Now, to really understand what's going on here and appreciate what Larry has said, let's get one thing straight. Larry Bird doesn't just hand out compliments like candy on Halloween. This guy is one of the toughest, coldest players the game has ever seen. If Larry Bird says you're special, that means you're one in a million. So when he started talking about Caitlin, calling her the real deal, he was basically knighting her as the queen of the court.
Yeah, he had a great run and it's fun to watch. I watched them all the time. I think I watched Indiana State and Iowa, Caitlin Clark play about the same last year, so I watched a lot of basketball.
If Larry Bird is acknowledging you, it is almost like getting the golden ticket to basketball's Hall of Fame. And when are you compared to Larry Bird the legend? You're doing more than just okay. Now wait, some of you might get mad at me for comparing Caitlin to Bird, but it's not me. It is Magic Johnson who is making the comparison. Now you can't just deny a basketball legend like him. Caitlin's game isn't just good, it's knocking the roof off every court she steps onto. It's not just her shooting, it's her entire style, her finesse, her court vision. She's turning the game into her own personal playground, and legends like Larry are all here for it. But hold on, it's not just Larry who's noticing. Magic Johnson, yes, Magic himself, has thrown in his 2 cents, and let me tell you, he didn't hold back.
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are indeed the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird of the WNBA.
Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, who many are saying are the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson of the WNBA. Do you like that when you hear that?
I like it, and they are.
Magic compared Caitlin to both himself and Larry, saying she's got the grit, the court command, and the relentless drive that made them legends. In Magic's eyes, Caitlin is like a hybrid, someone with Larry Bird's ice-cold shooting and his own charisma and playmaking ability. If Larry's praise was the golden ticket, then Magic's endorsement is the golden crown. And it doesn't stop there. To say that Caitlin Clark has the entire basketball world buzzing would be a terrific understatement. Steph Curry, LeBron James, Shaq, Charles Barkley, they've all joined the chorus of praise. This isn't some casual pat on the back, it's a full-on standing ovation. We are talking about Steph Curry, the king of the deep three, giving her respect. LeBron and Shaq, both of them are legends in the game, and they're impressed with her dominance on the court. When so many icons are cheering for you, you know you're doing something right. Let's look at what LeBron James had to say about Caitlin Clark.
LeBron James says he can relate a lot to Caitlin Clark.
He states, "I have a great deal of respect for Caitlin Clark because I know exactly what it means to be drafted, be the face of a franchise, and also get the scrutiny from a lot of people that don't believe you are ready for the next jump, don't believe you're ready for the big leagues, and just don't think that you belong." Now, this is some quality praise right here. If LeBron says that he can relate to your struggles, then you can rest assured that you are destined for greatness. He also tweeted in support of Caitlin Clark and slammed her haters.
If you don't rock with Caitlin Clark's game, you're just a flat-out hater. Stay far away from them people. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fummed up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
Steph Curry, who is arguably the best NBA shooter right now, is also a fan of Caitlin's game. And as people have regularly compared Caitlin Clark to Steph Curry and his magical ability to shoot, it was only a matter of time before the NBA icon stepped in to share his thoughts. He said, and I quote, "I've been watching from afar and understanding just how much of a power she is out there on the court. The cool part is the way that she plays, and her range, and the level of difficulty on her shots is obviously a very close comparison to the way that I play. But I think it almost robs her of like the rest of her game because she's such a good floor. She has her overall floor game. She's racking up close to triple doubles every night. Her shooting ability is her superpower, but the rest of her game is as polished as that. So this is must-see TV." Moving on to the next superstar, Shaquille O'Neal is no stranger to the world of basketball and has earned a substantial amount of fame playing as a veteran NBA player. Here's what he had to say about Caitlin Clark.
I'm gonna go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
But she's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family. I'm gonna go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
Yes, you heard that right. Shaq does not shy away from speaking his mind, and he had some high praise for Caitlin Clark. After she broke the NCAA all-time all-time scoring record, Shaq ranked Clark as the best collegiate player ever to grace the court in the history of basketball. Now that is certainly the highest honor you can get from a legend for your college games. And mind you, Shaq wasn't a fan of Caitlin Clark from the very start. Nope. He was rooting for none other than her supposed rival, Angel Reese, over Clark. But when he saw both of them clashing in the court and Caitlin coming on top, he realized that Caitlin Clark was the real deal. He shared his true feelings in the podcast of her pupil Angel Reese and revealed why he thought Caitlin Clark was successful in changing his philosophy on their supposed rivalry, as well as his opinion of Clark's game.
She's doing stuff we've never seen before. I was a hater because you know I'm down with you. She's not gonna make that shot. Then bam, she hits the shot. That means she's the truth.
You can also check out our recent video on how Shaq spilled the secret and made Angel Reese super jealous.
Why do you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point. And I was a hater because, you know, I'm down when she was like, she's not going to hit that shot, and bam, like, damn. She's not gonna hit that shot, man. Like if I say 10 times you're not gonna hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you're the truth.
Caitlin isn't just a player, she's a phenomenon. She's rewriting the record books, pulling in fans by the thousands, and making women's basketball must-watch TV. Her games are selling out faster than Taylor Swift's concert tickets. And good luck finding a Caitlin Clark jersey on the shelves. They're gone in a heartbeat. Caitlin's not just playing the game, she's redefining it, turning the WNBA into an unmissable event and proving that women's basketball can be just as thrilling, intense, and high stakes as any NBA game. But here's where things get interesting. You'd think Caitlin's fellow players would be commending her, right? I mean, they've got a superstar in their midst, someone who's putting the WNBA on the map in an unprecedented way, but instead, her peers are giving her a side eye like a bad reality TV feud. Angel Reese, Diana Taurasi, Dejanai Carrington, they're not exactly her biggest fans, to say the least.
Dejanai Carrington stabbed Caitlin Clark in the eye with a fingernail. It could have damaged the career of the WNBA's meal ticket and the biggest American women's sports star of all time. The WNBA would rather destroy Caitlin Clark than build up their league. There's no gratitude there.
I mean, honestly, what's up with all the shade? Is it just petty jealousy, or is there something deeper going on? Maybe it's tough for some of these players to admit that Caitlin's star power is like nothing they've ever seen before. She's out there dominating the league, and she's doing it with style and confidence that some players clearly find irritating. It's like watching someone bring a flamethrower to a fireworks show. The other players are lighting sparklers while Caitlin's out here setting the whole place on fire. But Caitlin, she's not letting the drama faze her one bit. She's handling all the buzz and the haters like a pro. While some players are side-eyeing, Caitlin is keeping her eyes on the prize. She's out there every game doing what she does best and letting her stats, her records, and her legendary highlights do all the talking. Caitlin isn't just a player, she's a trailblazer, bringing a new level of excitement to the court and setting a standard that, frankly, some players just can't handle. And make no mistake, Larry Bird's endorsement isn't just about praising Caitlin's skill, it's about passing the torch. Larry sees Caitlin as someone who's bringing the same ice-cold mentality and unwavering focus that he brought to the game. The same qualities that made him a legend are alive and well in Caitlin. It's like watching the past meet the future, with Larry Bird himself giving Caitlin the ultimate nod of respect. Fans know it, the legends know it, the world knows it. Caitlin Clark is the future of basketball, and whether her peers like it or not, Caitlin is here to stay. She's the player who's changing the game, who's showing the world that women's basketball can be every bit as thrilling as the NBA, and she's doing it with the kind of energy and flair that's impossible to ignore. Magic Johnson sees it too. He's out here saying Caitlin reminds him of himself and Larry, a true game changer. For Magic, Caitlin isn't just an incredible player, she's someone who has the potential to elevate the entire sport. This isn't just another player we're talking about. Magic sees Caitlin as a transformative figure, someone who's leaving her mark on the game in ways that most players only dream about. And that's what makes Caitlin so extraordinary. It's not just her shooting, her assists, or her insane game sense. It's her command. She walks onto that court and owns it. Every move she makes has fans on their feet, hanging on to every second. Caitlin isn't just playing the game, she's redefining it, and the legends see it just as clearly as the fans do. Meanwhile, some players in the league are clearly having a tough time swallowing all this praise for Caitlin. Maybe it's jealousy, maybe it's frustration, but whatever it is, Caitlin's not letting it touch her. She's focused, she's driven, and every game she plays is a reminder to the doubters and the haters that she's earned every bit of the spotlight. And when Larry Bird and Magic Johnson are in your corner, let's just say the haters don't stand a chance. So there you have it. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, Shaq, LeBron. They're all telling the world that Caitlin Clark is the real deal. She's breaking records, filling stadiums, and proving that women's basketball is as thrilling as it gets. Caitlin's not just a star, she's a game changer. And as for her peers who aren't thrilled, well, they better get used to it because Caitlin Clark is here to stay. What do you think? Is Caitlin Clark the future of basketball, or is she already a legend in the making? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more updates on the rise of Caitlin Clark.